Graham. He sits on both the Judiciary and Armed Services Committee. Senator, good to see you. Always
Thank
glad
you.
to have you with us.
A lot going on.
What do you make of that? You know, this information that sort of surreptitiously comes to light at significant moments. And we know that James Comey has established a pattern of sharing information with the press in order to make his case.
I think he's trying to sell a book. He's no longer the former director of the FBI to me. He's a political operative. You got to remember, he had the law professor leak these notes about the conversation for the express purpose of having a special counsel. That was his hope.
Which he professed
So
himself.
He's trying to set Trump up to have a special counsel. But he also told Jim Risch, I never felt intimidated regarding any of these meetings. So I don't think there's any chance an obstruction of justice case lies against the president unless you can show that he, the president, colluded with the Russians. I see no evidence of it. So when it comes to Comey, he needs to come back to the Congress and ask questions about while you were director, how did you not know that the lead investigator of the Clinton email investigation hated Trump and liked Clinton, and they were talking about an insurance policy to make sure that Clinton won? What kind of outfit are you running here?
Those are some of the questions that may come up during the book tour if they don't come up on Capitol Hill at some point. So we'll be watching that closely. Now, you've been in the process to move a bill that would restrict the president's ability to fire Robert Mueller, the special counsel. How is that going? Well,
I want to make sure that Trump won't be the last president, and I'd like to see a special counsel to look at DOJ's handling of the dossier to get a FISA warrant. I'd like a special counsel to look at Peter Strzok and his girlfriend as to whether or not they broke the law regarding Trump email investigation. But here's what I'm trying to say to the country. We want to make sure special counsels can do their job without political interference. And all this bill says, if a special counsel is fired for cause, and that's the only reason it can be fired, 3 judges will look at the facts to make sure it fits within the legal definition of for cause, then you move forward.
All right, what do you think about the fact that Rod Rosenstein signed off on what we're now learning in terms of Mr. Cohen, the lawyer to President Trump in New York, that they went to his offices and one of the things they were looking for was Access Hollywood tape information? I mean, does that feel some of these things you hear what they're doing, you think, well, I can see how that might somehow fit into the parameters that they have. How would that fit into the parameters that they have in this investigation?
So Mueller's charter is to look at collusion, coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia. If there is any, I've seen no evidence of it. The reason the New York district attorney was given this case is it's about Cohen, not about Trump. Cohen borrowed money against his own house to pay a legal obligation of another person. That's probably not kosher. If there was anything about Cohen and Russia affecting the president, Mueller would never have given it to the district attorney in New York. So I'm 100% confident that they found something that reflects on Cohen, not Russia and Trump.
In terms of Syria.
So, Mr. President, if you're watching, I think you're going to be fine unless you screw this up. Let the process play out. I don't believe he colluded with the Russians, but Mueller will soon tell us. The Cohen situation, I am convinced, has got nothing to do with Russia.
You don't think they're trying to squeeze Michael Cohen in order to, and there's obviously all kinds of correspondence that would have related to President Trump in the time, even before he was running, that would be in that office. And the president seems incensed about it based on what he's writing.
I understand the president feel like they're getting out of bounds here, but I want to tell you this. If Mueller was trying to squeeze Cohen, Mueller would have done it. This is something unconnected to Russia. I'm 100% convinced of that. And we'll see what Mueller finds. Let him do his job. But I want a special counsel, and the president's right about this. I don't know why in the world the Department of Justice doesn't have somebody outside DOJ to look at how a politically motivated dossier paid for by the Democratic Party, a foreign agent who went to Russia to get information on candidate Trump from the Russian intelligence services, winds up being used as a basis to get a warrant against an American citizen. That screams for a special counsel.
Good questions. I do want to get your thoughts on Syria before I let you go. And the president's tweets about sending missiles and Russia needs to be ready. Were you okay with those?
I'm okay if he follows through. Here's the defining moment in his presidency. Assad, the animal who killed children with chlorine gas, will pay a big price. When this is all said and done, if he doesn't pay a big price, then the president's made the same mistake as Obama. If he does pay a big price, and what would that be? You can't sleep well at night because Trump is making you a target because you're a war criminal. You no longer have the ability to deliver chemical weapons because your Air Force is destroyed. Your intelligence services are broken apart, that you can't wage war like you used to. If the president will do that, then that's a big price, and that means North Korea will look differently at President Trump. That means the Iranians will look differently. That means the Russians will look differently. President Trump's been a good commander-in-chief, but Mr. President, you said Assad would pay a big price. To me, a big price means that he cannot do this again, ever, that he'll never sleep well at night, and his ability to wage war and kill children is coming to an end.
Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you.
Thank you.
Always good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
So coming up, Mark Zuckerberg dodging some questions about conservatives who were censored on Facebook. We're going to talk to a victim of Cambridge Analytica data breach as well.